Stand aside. This is a restricted strategic facility. Unauthorized entry is prohibited.
I have an appointment with Dr. Dahlin. I brought the scanner.
You must be Skiff. Head to the internal checkpoint. They'll direct you from there.
Colonel, a loner is here with the scanner. Initiating guest protocol. Go ahead. They're waiting for you inside.
Is that him? Give it to me. We need to run compatibility tests. Check everything is all right. Oh, yes. Of course. You must be tired. Oh, here. Here's the key to my room. I'm sleeping in my study either way. Don't worry about your reward. You'll get it. In fact, someone would like to talk to you as soon as we've completed all the necessary tests. Have some rest, and get yourself cleaned up. My colleagues promised me a surprise for my birthday. I wish I knew what it was. Guess you'll have to tell me. Enjoy it! Come on! Really? Thank you!
This exhibit is a Generation 4 exoskeleton prototype, developed by SIRCAA. It was designed by V. Dahlin, a prominent scientist. The Generation 1 test prototype was assembled in 2001 at the engineering laboratory led by V.I. Suslov. After initial testing and improvements, Generation 2 skeletons have proven very helpful for construction workers building the generators. Generation 3 skeletons, designed by military professionals after the zone emerged, have been used for military operations in a highly radioactive, anomalous environment. However, the current exoskeleton design has been refined and upgraded significantly, using composite materials and compounds developed here at SIRCAA. The new exoskeleton is now in field trials, showing great results. Upon completion, the prototype will go into mass production.
Mission imminent. All staff and guests of the Institute are to vacate the outer perimeter immediately.
higher access level is required to obtain further information.
It's about time they cleared everyone out of here.
What else did you expect? Caffeine and emissions don't mix.
By the way,
You know that.
the emission shielding was
How was
also
I
designed
supposed
by
to know
yours truly.
it was going to happen?
It was
right
based
away?
on the results of the
Unlike
Caribbean
you,
experiment.
I don't consider fortune
As for the
telling a
scanners,
scientific
all
method.
credit for them goes to my colleague Hermann.
Oh, I'd love to meet him.
You're not alone in that, my friend. Unfortunately, he just vanished into thin air.
Identity confirmed. Greetings, guest. Welcome to SIRCAA, the gateway to the future. The Scientific Institute for Research of the Chernobyl Anomalous Area is a cutting-edge scientific facility that employs the world's top scientists. We're working to transform the Chernobyl Anomalous Area into something that will benefit humanity rather than threaten it.
I had no idea stalkers were so sociable. Anomalous energy. That should be our primary focus. Unfortunately, we can't fully comprehend anomalous energy yet, but our determination will ultimately prevail. It's only a matter of time. Don't touch anything.
Got any questions? I've been working with the specimens in cryptobiology for the past month. I hoped I'd get used to it. No way. I ended up having nightmares about those mutants. That's when I had to request a transfer to a different department.
What can I do for you? I heard the cryptobiologists nicknamed their pseudo-giant specimen the Professor. Hilarious, right?
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Vavilov, head of the Anomaly Research Lab. What can I do for you, Stalker?
I'd like to know more about the scanners.
If Hermann were here, he could explain it better than me. After all, it was his project. He was trying to obtain the Alpha by using the scanners to recharge spent artifacts. Regrettably, his efforts were in vain, and Dr. Darlin decided to prioritize the more promising artifact farm.
What's the Caribbean experiment?
You seem surprisingly well informed about scientific developments for a stalker. The experiment attempted to affect an object located in the Earth's other hemisphere via a psi field. It was carried out back in 1995. That's when the first Alpha artifact came into being. The second experiment took place in 2019. Some call it a total failure, but I beg to differ. Even a failure can yield results if you know where to find them.
What do you know about the generators?
I know quite a lot, but I can't tell you everything. What you need to understand is that they make it possible to connect to the noosphere, the informational field surrounding the Earth. The energy we call anomalous comes from the noosphere. Its effect on matter is what created the zone itself. Artifacts and anomalies are all the result of anomalous energy affecting our world. Particularly intense surges of this energy are known as emissions.
Skiff, come in. Are you there yet? See if you can get to the labs and find out about the Monolith. I'm counting on you, Stalker.
They've got some serious security here, Strider.
I know. That's why it was crucial for you to get there.
I hope you had a good night's sleep, Skiff. We're on the brink of the most important event in human history. And I want you to be there to witness it up close. After all, if you hadn't brought us the Alpha artifact, our artifact farm would still be looking for the key to the generators.
What makes the Alpha artifact so special?
It possesses unique properties. The artifact is capable of converting electrical energy into a psi field. It's also incredibly rare. We've never found anything like it in the zone, nor have we been able to replicate it. And it's the only way to connect to the generators remotely.
You can grow artifacts?
It's my primary project here. My pride and joy. We are capable of synthesizing artifacts that are identical to those that occur naturally within the zone. Regrettably, we were unable to replicate the Alpha artifact this way. But that doesn't matter anymore. We have the Alpha now. And it's all thanks to you.
The generators? What are those?
The zone doesn't just exist on its own. It possesses a center, a source. This source is located within the generators, an installation to the north of the CNPP. There's no way for us to get there, physically at least. However, we can establish a remote connection to the generators. That's where the Alpha comes into play. We can solve the energy crisis, reach the outer limits of the solar system, expand our horizons in the study of physics. Your discovery is going to change the world, Skiff.
Confinement breach detected in the cryptobiology lab. Initiating Aegis protocol in Sector C. Please remain calm and have a nice day.
Damn! Aegis means an uncontrolled anomalous exposure. That means a shutdown for all labs. How are we supposed to test the Alpha now? Wait for a special dispensation from the Colonel? How long will it take? Even with all their gadgets, the ward can only handle anomalous phenomena in controlled lab environments. Against something like this, we're talking days, at least.
What kinds of toys?
Advanced weapons and ammunition. They've already been tested on live subjects. Seems like a misuse of our funding if you ask me. Once we successfully establish a link to the generators, the zone will disappear, and none of this will be needed anymore.
At this rate, I'm gonna get bed sores from your penthouse couch. Maybe I can speed this up. Remember, the things I've seen in the zone were just as baffling and uncontrollable.
Are you suggesting we skip protocol and go full Stalker on this? It could work. Look for Dr. Kravchenko. He's probably at the ARL now. The cryptobiology lab is his domain. He'll point you in the right direction. But remember, this anomalous exposure isn't your typical zone activity. Our emission protection system has never failed us before.
Skiff, isn't it? I think we met at Icarus before.
Kravchenko? I didn't know you were a big wheel around here.
I'm in charge of the Joint Cryptobiology and Psi Medicine Laboratory.
Hey, I'm here! Help! Someone help me!
Bad timing.
I thought the ward... Wait! I was stuck in the lab when they initiated the Aegis protocol. Can you imagine? I had to lock myself in a cage just to avoid getting devoured by those monsters. You'll deal with them, won't you? Here, take this. It's the keycard to the storeroom. Maybe you'll find something useful in there. Sorry, I got distracted there. How did you... I thought the ward... Wait! Please! Don't just leave me here!
You made it here too. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised given what you went through to bring my scanner back to SIRCAA. I'd say I'm glad you made it through your first night in the zone, but you probably wouldn't believe me.
You bastard. I thought you were dead, and you just took off.
What else was I supposed to do? Fight my way back to you? Things aren't as straightforward as they seem. Come on in, I'll open the door for you.
Why'd you steal the scanner?
Steal? Don't worry, I won't leave you here. I feel like I owe you for that night. Besides, it looks like you've actually brought us the Alpha. This is my accomplishment, Skiff, not Darlin's. The only thing that snot-nosed genius managed to achieve was watching the second Caribbean experiment. And that's precisely when anomalies and artifacts too began cropping up outside the zone.
The second Caribbean experiment? What's that?
Without the Alpha, Darlin's work was going nowhere. When he realized he couldn't replicate the artifact artificially, he resorted to drastic measures. He tried to repeat the Caribbean experiment. It was our first contact with the noosphere, even before the zone came into being. That's when the first Alpha artifact appeared. I told him it was too risky. But our golden boy was willing to risk the entire world in the name of science. So how did it feel when all that progress came crashing down on your own doorstep?
So you knew my artifact was the Alpha all along. then why the act?
Do you realize the odds that out of all the artifacts, yours was the one we were looking for? I wasn't even hoping for it. But even if I had, why would I tell you that you held the key to the future of humanity in your hands? This was supposed to be my triumph and mine alone. Not Darlin's, definitely not yours. Sorry.
My home was destroyed because of Darlin's experiment? And you knew about it the whole time?
What? Darlin failed to mention any outside events. And Korshunov conveniently left out who was responsible for your wild goose chase around the zone. Yes, Skiff, I've been aware of this all along. And so have they. Every asshole in this place has an agenda of their own. At least I tried to help you. I warned you about the attack, remember? But that doesn't matter anymore, and I'm running out of time. I've reconfigured the bubble. It'll take you back to SIRCAA. Then you can tell Darlin what you think about the price he paid for progress. We got a little distracted.
Cryptobiology is gone. You took care of it after all. I wish all my colleagues kept their promises like you do. Please come see me. I have something for you. As a stalker, I'm sure you will appreciate it.
What do you want when we get to the point?
It'll become clear soon enough, Colonel. And no. You won't have to send your men anywhere or put them in danger. For that, we've got...
Speaking of danger...
As I was saying, we need someone who's already got certain qualities. Courage, persistence, endurance...
Any of my men will do.
Not quite. We need someone who's already had a particular kind of experience in the zone. Basically, we need a stalker. The readings all match up. But to see it with my own eyes, that's something else. A scientific miracle. Alpha. Quarter of century ago, maybe even longer. The artifact that started it all.
It's still going strong, and not just in the zone.
You stalkers with your tall tales. You need to lay up the booze.
The second Caribbean experiment, you asshole! Tall tales, huh? Look at me! I lost everything back on the mainland. And you tell me to lay off the booze?
To the victor go the spoils. This experiment is not going to conduct itself. Stand down.
We had a simple choice. Sit back and just wait for another super emission, or take a chance at get control of the anomalous energy. And look, our gamble paid off. As for your home, you can blame the zone, not me.
Cool it, soldier. The second Caribbean experiment didn't go as planned. During the experiment, the group was attacked by SCAR's saboteurs. They're local stalkers, a thorn in my side. And since they achieved what they set out to back then, you can be sure they'll keep trying to get in our way. You're blaming the wrong people, Skiff.
Let's hope that this time, security will be your top priority. So, Now that everyone has blown off some steam and is capable of having a civilized conversation, let's move on to the one truly important thing. Science. Do you want to know what's there? Behind the glass? It's the dream of every stalker. The Wish Granter. Also known as the Monolith. It's not a myth, nor is it a deity. It's a Psi installation created by scientists from Project X. Instead of rusting away inside the sarcophagus, it's now here at the Institute.
So does this installation really grant wishes?
Well, it can show anyone exactly what they wish to see. A customized illusion of happiness. It's one of its built-in functions. But we're both adults, you and I. We realize that all those who come to the Wish Granter are already enthralled to their own illusions.
Why did you bring the Monolith here? Wasn't one failed experiment enough for you?
Skiff, please. Alpha artifacts are a source of power not only for the generators, but for other Project X installations as well. Including those designed to create illusions, like the Monolith. If your Alpha artifact activates the Monolith now, we'll know it's genuine and can be used with the generators.
My people are trained for this. They will handle it.
The hell they will. It's my artifact. I'll be the one testing it.
Good job with the scanner. You know how to get what you want. That's a virtue. But you aren't able to control your own emotions. That's a vice. If you ever do something like that again, I won't be so understanding.
So my home burned down because of SCAR?
SCAR will sacrifice anything for his ideas. His goal is to eliminate both SIRCAA and the Ward. Everything else is acceptable losses. We should have prepared better for the experiment. But I do learn from my mistakes.
Is that some kind of threat?
It's a warning. A gentle reminder that trying to strangle SIRCAA employees in the presence of the SIRCAA head of security is a bad idea.
You didn't mind it that much for the first few seconds.
A moment of weakness. Happens to the best of us.
I found the person who killed your men in the Lesser Zone. It was Faust, a fanatic who believes in the Monolith.
I got the report on Stelev, but Clear Sky... that's news to me. Pretty bad news. I'll look into it. Thank you for bringing them to justice.
Monolith fanatic. Project X had such crude methods.
Do you have any questions? We should get on with the test.
What do you think of this Monolith test?
Dahlan doesn't know anything beyond his precious science. But, if he says the test requires a special subject, you can be sure it's true. If you're so eager to risk your life, I won't try to stop you. I guess you stalkers just need to experience everything firsthand.
Let's begin.
Head down there. We'll monitor the situation from up here.
Only one can be rewarded. Come to me.
I want the zone to disappear. Humanity is corrupt. Mankind must be controlled. I want immortality. I want to rule the world. I want to be rich.
I want this all to end.
Look, darling. The spell strap still works on stalkers.
Alpha is real. That's all that matters. We don't need this one anymore.
Strider's buddy isn't walking out of here alive. I'm putting an end to this farce. Kill the stalker.
I think that's it. He's out. The level up.
Get Zoltov a medic, now!
Are you okay now, Skiff?
What did you see? What happened in the Monolith room?
Nah. You're the one who's gonna tell me what the fuck is going on here. Whose memory did I just see? Why did the ward attack me? Wish Granner my ass.
Calm down, Skiff. Please. That was just a minor distortion. An illusion, nothing more. It's over now.
He's telling the truth, soldier. The installation has been shut down. You're safe.
It didn't seem like an illusion to me. It felt too damn real.
Yeah, illusions don't usually result in injuries.
Everything you saw was a figment of your imagination, Skiff. Your actions, however, had an impact on your environment. That is the reason Zotov was injured, and you were not.
No one would have been injured if the illusions had been stopped sooner.
Shutting the installation down abruptly would have fried Skiff's brain. Irreversibly. I did all I could to avoid that outcome.
Was that another botched experiment, Doc?
I wouldn't call it that. I didn't foresee those sea vestiges, that's true. The Monolith showed you someone else's memory. I never expected that. Who knew those tall tales had a basis in reality? But I was sure you'd be fine. It was impossible to calculate the safe level of Psi exposure when the Monolith was first created. But it's a different story now. I used the minimal configuration, see? You're safe and sound, and despite some unpleasant side effects, everything went well. The Alpha artifact worked. We can begin the experiment.
What are you gonna do if the connection is successful? How are you gonna use the anomalous energy?
SIRCAA will become the very thing you Stalkers saw in the Monolith. Except, we'll grant wishes for real, and we'll do it for all mankind. The Earth will have an inexhaustible source of energy. We will reach the outer limits of the solar system. We will work wonders.
Are you planning to use the Wish Granter again?
Why would we do that? It's a relic of the old zone, a distraction for those who manage to enter the sarcophagus. SIRCAA doesn't need that. We have the ward to protect us. Besides, even in its prime, this ancient hunk of junk never functioned as intended. The last thing I need right now is SIRCAA fanatics, thank you very much.
Are you sure it's safe connecting the artifact to the generators?
There are certain risks, of course. But inaction would be far more dangerous. We must take control of the zone's anomalous energy before disaster strikes. When we connect to the generators, the zone will be eliminated, and the anomalous energy will finally start serving the needs of mankind.
Yes? Got it. He'll be there. Go to the projection room, Skiff. She's waiting for you. In this illusion, you saw the ward attacking you. So you don't trust us.
Should I?
When you started shooting, I didn't send a squad to take you out. I sent Zotov, my most trusted officer, to go down there and subdue you. I even let you live after you injured him.
Don't you dare tell anyone about this, Skiff. I won't let it slide.
The ward always pays its debts to those who help us. You'll see. Go. Don't keep her waiting.
Skiff! Thank God you're here. If only Darlin had listened to me, I wouldn't have to cheat. You know that's true. Tell her. I'm begging you.
Your friend is a strange kind of scientist, Skiff. He loves secrets more than discoveries.
He's no friend of mine.
Skiff!
That makes sense. People need more than just a couple of days to really become friends. You need to trust one another, share your secrets. Like the fact that someone stole the scanners from SIRCAA just because he was so envious of Dr. Dolly. And guided by his co-conspirator Faust, he insisted on murdering every last witness, including you, of course.
I can explain everything!
There's no need to repeat yourself, Professor. This man almost got you killed. So it's up to you to decide his fate.
Let him go.
Professor Hermann, you may go.
Skiff! Thank you. Thank you.
Professor, you forgot something.
Goodbye.
Yevhen Martinyuka, 25 years old. Born in a small town, loved a good book, but preferred a good fight. Served in the army, upon returning home was engaged in risky part-time jobs. No real friends, no family, just lonely evenings in front of the TV. A while ago he came home to find his place in ruins. You've been through a lot, Yevhen. Cigarette? You deserve it.
But I want to be there for the experiment. Bread was promised. Now it's time for circuses.
Dr. Darlin speaks highly of you, but the experiment requires top-level security. Although, perhaps you could help us in this matter. Someone's planning to stop us, right? Stop us getting what we deserve.
Strider. The leader of Noontide intends to break into SIRCAA. He might be armed.
I knew I could count on you. Meet with Strider. Convince him not to do anything stupid. I don't want our new world to begin with bloodshed. And neither do you.
And if he doesn't change his mind?
You're an experienced guy, Hermann. I'm sure you can handle it. One way or another.
So Strider was right? The Monolith, Skiff, is it really here?
Yeah. I tried it.
And what happened?
A hallucination. That's what it was. Sea influence. Nothing more.
Maybe you're stronger than we were. Or maybe you just don't realize what's happened to you yet.
Dahlan said SIRCAA isn't going to use the Monolith anymore. They only needed it to prep for another experiment. They're gonna end all this shit right here, right now. They're gonna destroy the zone.
And you believe that, Skiff? Do you really believe the Monolith is just an installation, and they actually know what they're doing? They'll write off all their mistakes as collateral damage in pursuit of the greater good. But we are not some byproducts of their experiments, Skiff. We are human beings. If their plans have any relation to the Monolith, we are putting an end to them. These people are not to be trusted. We can't waste any more time. Tell me now, Skiff. Are you with the Ward, or with us?
Drop your weapons. We don't want bloodshed.
Traitor.
Minimizing autopsy levels.
0 coulombs on the Kniazinski scale.
Who's that? Huh? What's he doing here?
Stabilizing bed up, see?
A stalker? Here?
Resonance eliminated.
Scanning for tau presence.
Done. None detected.
Performing visual analysis. No damage detected.
Azimuth. Router ready. Block 5.
Waveguide ready.
Scala.
Gateway open. X11. Awaiting connection.
Keep away from the door! Hands up! Keep your hands up where I can see them!
Are you nuts? Put it away!
Scala here. Request for sync phase received.
Dahlan, no!
This is the last one. The threat has been eliminated.
No! No!
Connection! I barely slept during all those years of preparation. Maybe perhaps just a couple of hours here and there, on that awful couch. Thank you again for your help, Skiff. As of today, the zone will be gone along with all our fears. You'll go back to your new home. Strider will return to his island. And I'll finally be able to sleep in the bed With a real pillow. Peacefully. With no dreams. Because all the dreams have come true.
Biaxial array.
Yes, sir.
Potentials.
Nominal.
Synchronize!
Sync-based detector.
Yes, I was right. I knew it! Skiff, can you hear me? Skiff, you have to get to the data center right now. There's a flash drive there with the Institute's entire archive on it. It is crucial that you retrieve it.
Colin, you need to.
I need that flash drive. It contains the telemetry data from the experiment. I have to see it. I have to find out what went wrong. I can't trust anyone else with it, Skiff. Here are the coordinates. Please go. Hurry.
Last time I checked.
pressure almost got us. This is our last bird. I can't put Dalin's life at risk any longer.